Hey, today's show brought to you by John Elway Cadillac of Park Meadows, Colorado's #1 Cadillac dealer. Let's talk some baseball, Wood. Spring training's still going on, and Wilin Rosario is still a Colorado Rocky. In fact, he played first base yesterday in a spring training game, and he actually made a pretty nice play. Take a look at this play he made at first base. You know, he's normally a catcher, playing first base now, so dove for the ball. I guess it was a line drive. He caught it on the fly. So I guess that lends to the question, is he becoming a decent first baseman? Should they be keeping him as a backup first baseman, backup catcher, right-handed bat off the bench if they need some power late in the game? Is this a guy they should still be moving, trading to the American League where he belongs as a DH?
We all agree that no matter how good he gets at first base, he can't be a long-term solution there.
No.
If Morneau leaves after this year, he signed a 2-year deal with the Rockies. You assume that, I guess he could come back for 1 or 2 more years, but he's too short to play first base.
Well, not only that, and I don't mean to demean him. I mean, he's really trying hard. They have him working a lot in the mornings there before the games, and even after the games.
You got to have a taller guy at first base.
In a case like this,
he's 5'9", 5'10".
I think there's an old saying: even a blind squirrel finds an acorn once in a while. If he plays first base enough, he's going to make a good play here and there. Can he make the plays consistently at first base? I don't have faith in that. Can he make the plays behind the plate at catch? I don't have faith in that either. Look, he's hitting .317 now. He's leading the club in hits with 13 this spring. He's got 2 home runs and 10 RBIs. Trade him now while he's still worth something. They don't need more punch in that lineup. They need more pitch in that lineup. So if you can get some pitching for Wilin Rosario, now is the perfect time to deal him.
You're not going to get a good pitcher.
No, but some
Rosario.
are. Package people. I don't care. Get something
I reached
for
the
him.
point, if you could keep both the defensive catchers, and that would be Hundley and McHenry, and keep him as a third catcher, play him once a week behind, if at that. But play him at first base. My thought, and I've said to you, keep him. You're not going to get for him. If they were going to get something for him, there would have been quality. I mean, if somebody, first baseman goes down or catcher goes down, somebody will reach out to them. But you could play him 3 times a week in the field, and it wouldn't kill you, I would say. And then have him as the right-handed bat off the bench in pitch-hitting situations. I don't remember him being a great pinch hitter, though. You have to have a mentality, and I'm not trying to put him down. I would have to look, and maybe I promise I'll come back on Monday with the stats because it will show how many times his pinch hitter, what he hit as a pinch hitter. But I don't remember him being a great pinch hitter. I remember 1 home run off the bench as a pinch hitter.
Well, we can look that up, guys. Look up Wilin Rosario. Go to baseballreference.com and tell me what he's done as a pinch hitter. We can get those numbers.
But if you played him 3 times a week, I would be okay with that.
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere anyway. I mean, we keep talking about it. They're not going anywhere.
But you know what? But if you're not in love with a guy, and they're not in love with him, and you believe you can get something for him
until he came up.
Well,
I can tell you that Dick Monfort said they had more offers for him and Arenado, and they weren't going to get rid of any of them under any circumstances.
Before last season started, Dick Monfort was asked by a member of the media, who's the player you think will have a breakout year and become that all-star? And he said Wilin Rosario, and Rosario had a terrible season.
Dick shouldn't be president of the team.
He shouldn't be meddling in baseball, that's for sure. But back to Rosario.
He doesn't know as much as you and I do.
If there's a guy who you're not in love with, and they're not in love with him, and he's playing really well, and he's at the height of his value, you need to deal him now.
But you just think you can get some.
I'm not saying they're going to get a starting pitcher for him that can move into the rotation right now. I am saying that you could probably get something fairly good for him. It might be a prospect. It might be a bullpen guy. But you can get something for him.
Yeah, they do such wonders with the prospects they get. I don't know about that. Probably better now. I mean, Arenado has turned into the other half of that scenario that Dick Monfort talked about. People were always trying to get Arenado. He's a player. Troy Tulowitzki's a player. DJ LeMahieu is a nice player. Won a Gold Glove. They've got Blackman, who's a nice player. He's not a great player. Corey Dickerson could lead the league in hitting. And Dick Monfort always says to me, well, we count cargo. And I said to him, you can't count cargo. This is his third team. You can't count him as a guy you developed.
Right.
You had him in the minor leagues for like 30 games. You know, they sit him down the first year he came over, but they count him as homegrown. Well, he wasn't homegrown. You know, why don't you count Mickey Mantle, too, while you're counting? Rosario is homegrown. But I always mention it. I mentioned it when Bridich came here. They, draft and develop, draft and develop. Well, why don't you do that then? Because it's draft and trade, sign free agents.
What? You got to give him a chance. I mean, he's been the general
I'm not talking
manager
about
for
him.
a few months.
Oh, give him a chance? Who was in charge of the minor league system?
Well,
God.
O'Dowd still oversaw everything.
Les Bridich has been with this organization for 14 years as a minor league personnel guy. He was drafting and stuff like that. You acted like give him a chance?
I know for a fact he disagreed with a lot of what O'Dowd did and a lot of what Monfort said. So I'm going to give him a chance. I'm going to give him a chance.
Well, is Bridich telling you that?
No, he's not.
Someone else told you that Bridich disagreed a lot with O'Dowd. How would we know?
I know. I just know.
When you go to buy a car, what do you really want? You probably want a lot of cars to choose from. And you want the dealership's best price. Not some starting price or target price, the best price. And you want it immediately, not after hours of negotiating. And you want a salesperson who doesn't get paid more if you spend more. Because, well, you don't want to spend more. Well, you're in luck. John Elway wants all of those things too. Better yet, John Elway wants you to have all of those things too. Come see us or click on elwaydealers.com.